Army generals.
Shout out to Hate Army.
Your name is Hate Army? Saying Hate Army shit.
Hate Army shout out.
Good vibes to the Hate Army.
Shout out for hate.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. The streak continues. We have now had 10 straight streams where I have hit my support goals here on DSP Gaming.
Jinxie cat, where are you? I love you.
It's been unprecedented. It's been absolutely out of control. All right? Yes, it is very much due in part, and most of that part, I would say, to Jinx, who has been here tipping tons every day. All right? Now, the funny part is, I think we should address the elephant in the room before we even talk about moving forward. All right? Someone like Jinx comes by. Now, Jinx says, hey, I'm a longtime supporter. I've watched your content for a long time. And I've always been a fan. And I've decided that I can now support and I want to get the streak going again. So I'm going to come and I'm going to support you. Right? And I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Right? And Jinx has been coming by. And first, Jinx is gifting a ton of memberships, as well as super chats, and then also tips. And now every day, Jinx, every stream has been tipping and allowing us to hit the goal. Now, some days, the entire tips goal has been Jinx, and other days, it's been a lot of people contributing, and then Jinx basically makes up the balance, and then we hit the goal every day, all right? So this is now 10 straight streams this has happened. The detractors are going absolutely crazy over it, to the point where, I ignore them all, but they're, like, going out of their way to try to contact me. I'm getting emails. People are trying to contact other people to get to me. Oh, first of all, aren't you aware that Jinx is a sock account? Aren't you aware that Jinx is really a secret detractor? Jinx is working with Secret Limited. Jinx is working with Keemstar. Jinx is actually financed by Keemstar. I'm hearing all this stuff. Now, you have to understand something. Just because I hear it, and sometimes I joke about it on stream, doesn't mean I believe it, all right? It's funny because then someone else contacted me, and they're like, you're crazy. You're talking about all this stuff on your streams. That's just crazy talk. That's the point I'm making. Like, that's the crazy point that I'm trying to make with you guys, all right? And that this stuff is nuts, right? I mean, seriously, in what world is there any evidence of any of this, all right? None. Zero. There's no evidence of any of this. Now, here's the thing. I understand why people are skeptical. Jinx, since you're here, because Jinx is in the chat, by the way, we have to address the elephant in the room. Jinx, you want to know why people are skeptical? Because you might not realize this. Over the years, I've had some people who've come by who are big supporters who then turned out to basically be scumbags, all right? And I'm not saying that you in any way, shape, or form. But for example, we had this one guy. Everyone still talks about him to this day. King Tutankhamun, or whatever the hell his name was. So it was like 3 or 4 summers ago, I want to say. Like summer of 2019 or something like this. I don't even remember when it was, all right? And he shows up. And essentially, he's being super duper supportive of the stream. Now, again, just similar to you, Jinx, I never heard of the guy. I don't know who he is, all right? He shows up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he goes, oh, I'm going to drop like a giant sub bomb on your Twitch channel. So he would be dropping like 100 subs. And people are like, holy shit, like, what is this? Then all of a sudden he's dropping cheer, 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 cheer. And he's dropping so many cheers that the pop-ups wouldn't stop. It was like pop-up, 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 pop-up. There were streams with just constant pop-ups. They wouldn't even end because there was so much of this, okay? Then he starts tipping, and he starts tipping over the top. I mean, I'm not kidding. Thousands upon thousands of dollars, okay? So this guy's obviously loaded, and no one knows who he is. And everyone starts talking about him and making every stream about him, all right? What ends up happening is he's around for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden, after doing this on and off for like 2 weeks, all of a sudden his demeanor changes. Now he starts getting demanding. Now he starts saying things to me like, hey, well, since I contributed, you should play Street Fighter V tonight because that's what I want to see. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. This is not how contributions work. If you want to contribute to my content and support the streams and support what I'm doing, thank you. Really, thank you. But the whole way it's supposed to work is I'm making content for free. You like the content, and if you enjoy it and you want to see it continue, you support it. It's not, oh, I'm buying content with my support. I'm buying you to play certain games or whatever. So what ended up happening was, after a couple of streams of that, and me basically saying, nah, I'm not going to keep changing what I want to play, he basically started making rude comments and jokes that were detractor comments. And within about a week, all of a sudden, I get this weird email from him that's like, oh, so now I know how you really are, and, you know, I hate you now, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Like, I wasn't really, like, directly talking with this guy. He just kind of lost his mind and flipped. All of a sudden, I get a chargeback for every tip this guy ever gave me. So this was like thousands upon thousands of dollars that hits me with chargebacks. I fought them all, and I won them all. All right? So I ended up keeping all the money, but it took me months of fighting with PayPal, going back and forth, showing evidence that this guy had contributed, what he was saying in my chats and stuff. And basically, after going back and forth, I won all of those. Okay? But that's just one case, all right? There's been other cases. Let me give you another one, all right? At one point, and again, this was still when I was on Twitch, there was someone who was showing up and tipping every day. And no one knew who they were because they kept showing up with different names and different accounts, but they were always showing up with giant tips. So everyone was like, who could this be or whatever? So come to find out, about a month passes of these big tips coming in, and they all get charged back. But it's a little different from the Tutankhamun situation, okay? In this situation, this person, get this, had gone on the black market and had purchased dozens upon dozens of stolen credit card numbers. And they were going around, not just me, because this was happening to other streamers as well at the time. They were going around to streamers, tipping them a ton of money, just to have those all get charged back later through fraud. You see? So here I am thinking, here's all this income coming in. And the next thing I know, within like 2-3 weeks, all of it gets charged back and taken away from me because it was actually fraudulent transactions. Now, the difference here is that there's no way to dispute those. All you can do is show the evidence of what happened, and if it's proven to be real fraud, like real credit card fraud, then, you know, essentially that money's going to get returned. There's nothing you can do about it. When there's actual real credit card fraud being performed, there's real no defense against it, all right? Now, it was happening so often because it happened not once, not twice. This was happening for like 3-4 months in a row. I had to start instituting changes to my streams. I had to put in protections so that people couldn't do duplicate tips. I had to put in protections so that I would check tips to see if they were verified PayPal accounts and stuff. And there was a whole meme going on for a while, the verified tip meme. And it was me, I had an emote with me with a magnifying glass with the PayPal logo and shit like that. All right? So, excuse me. Basically, you know, I've been through the ringer with this stuff, all right? I've definitely been through this before. So, Jinx, I just want you to understand, this is nothing personal against you. You're going to have people who are going to come in, they're going to be skeptical when someone who no one really knows who you are, which is good. That's a very good thing that no one knows who you are. Don't give anyone hints if you're someone who's been around before, someone who maybe people know. Don't give anyone any indications of who you are. Don't give any, you know, oh, I live here. Don't do that. Stay as anonymous as you possibly can. Trust me. This is the best course of action for you, okay? And, you know, thank you for your contributions. I've been talking with Jinx all week about this in chat, and he claims they're all legitimate, and he actually is having fun kind of joking about the detractor shit that people are saying about him. Like I said, first, oh, well, Jinx is definitely Only Iced Coffee. Only Iced Coffee, who hasn't been around for years. I mean, yes, Only Iced Coffee used to be a big contributor. Then for a while they were a moderator. And then they were demodded, and I haven't really had constant interaction or any kind of discussion with Only Iced Coffee in about 2 years. Since I came to YouTube full-time, basically. I haven't really seen the guy, right? Every once in a while he comes, he renews his membership, and that's about it, right? So, you know, that's so ridiculous. Oh, it's got to be one guy because obviously you only have one supporter. So it's always been the one supporter. Then it was, oh, it's not Only Iced Coffee, it's Planet Jeff, another guy who years ago used to support me in a big way, who, again, we haven't seen on streams in years. But it must be him secretly behind the scenes. That's what I'm being told now. Then it's, oh no, it's not Only Iced Coffee and it's not Planet Jeff. It's a secret detractor. And we talk with Jinx every day on a Discord chat. And we plot out your downfall and all these tricks and traps that we've laid out to set you up and shut you down, Darkside Phil. We cannot wait for your downfall. I'm not kidding. This is the shit that people say all over the internet. All right? It's wild nonsense. Okay? Now, obviously, yes, can I be honest? I hope you appreciate me being honest. I'm a little skeptical of someone who I don't know who they are coming in here all week and dropping contributions like this. Because this isn't like, oh, here's a $20 contribution. This is like, here's a $100 tip or more. And that's crazy, right? That's over the top. That is absolutely high-ass levels of generosity, okay? And I understand a lot of people would be skeptical of that. Yeah, even me. In some part, I am definitely skeptical too. All right? So I just want to say, and clearing the air here, I don't think that there's any situation, unless we knew who it was. Like, let's say it was a chat regular. Someone who's been here for years and years, and all of a sudden they say, hey, I came into some money and I want to help you out, and they start tipping a lot. Then maybe there would be like, okay, no actual question that this is legit. Is there some question that Jinx's tips are legit? Of course there is. I mean, why wouldn't there be? This is coming out of nowhere, right? At the same time, if you look at evidence, Jinx has also gifted a bunch of memberships to the channel this week and also did some super chats earlier this week. By the way, those are non-refundable. So if this really was some evil plot, right, then why would they have also contributed in other ways? It would be one thing if they had come in and just did tips, right? At the same time, it's not just tips. There's other contributions that have come in that make it seem way more reasonable and viable that this is just a big supporter coming out of nowhere and wants to help, okay? And by the way, so 10 straight streams where we have hit the funding goal, we've had a hat and a vest. We haven't done that. I couldn't even tell you when last time we did that. Was it 2020 with the vest streak, perhaps? It probably was, right? So that's absolutely crazy. And I want to say, obviously, first of all, thank you to Jinx, who's been a major, major, major reason why. But there have been other people this week as well. And we should also give credit where credit is due. The regulars who show up and contribute in any way every day, as well as some people who came and did big tips and things along the way because they said, hey, I want to contribute and keep the streak going, and it shouldn't just be about Jinx, okay? And here's the one other thing. It's hard for me to dictate what's allowed and what's not in the chat because let's be honest here. Yes, Jinx is contributing a lot and people want to talk about it. A lot of people are talking about it from a positive way, and a lot of people are talking about it in a dramatic way, right? Is it real or not? Will there be the rug pulled out from under Darkside Phil in a week or two? I would hope not. Okay, really, honestly, I would hope not. We're all going through this now. We see what's going on. So, we gotta hope that, Jinx, I give you the benefit of the doubt. You haven't done anything negative whatsoever in my eyes, in the chat or anything, You've been a great addition to the streams. You're watching every stream. You're literally on every stream, right? This week. So, all I can say is, so far, it looks good. And, and I'm really, really, really appreciative. Understand why is there so much drama around it? Because my detractors hate to see me successful. They absolutely positively hate it. They wish nothing but me to somehow get, hurt in various ways. And the fact that I've actually had a week where we've had unprecedented levels of support is driving them freaking nuts. All right? So that's why you're seeing the drama you're seeing here. Will it go away? Doubtful. Doubtful. As long as we have big contributors, the drama always continues. But as long as you are protecting your identity, then hopefully it won't be a big deal. So please do your best, Jinx, to protect your identity and everyone else. All I can say is this. I can't tell everyone, hey, don't talk about support. I can't do that. But what I will say is this. It's not cool to harass people. And when I see people coming in to this stream and literally here's what they say. Oh, will we hit the vest streak today? Do you think that the support will continue? What about Jinx? Is he coming? Is Jinx going to drop a member bomb? Is Jinx going to do tip? Is Jinx going to do that? Jinx, you're gone. Because that's what my streams are all about. We're doing a segment now to address the elephant in the room from all week. We're getting it out of the way, right? But that's not what my streams are about. You want to casually bring it up every once in a while? I mean, I'm not going to harp on you for doing that. But literally, when you come into the chat and all you're talking about is this, that's my job. I am the streamer. I'm the one running the business, not you. It's not your place to come in and be asking what levels of support we're going to get today. And is Jinx going to drop a tip today? What the fuck is it your concern? It's not. So mind your own business and stop trying to act like your business is mine. This would be the same as someone walking into an Italian restaurant. Gee, I wonder how much the restaurant's going to make today. Come on, everyone. Come buy the high dollar wine and food. Everyone get in this restaurant. And the owner walks up. He's like, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you doing this? This is my place. Get the fuck out. What are you, an asshole? Right? It's kind of the same thing. So let's relax with the nonsense. Okay? Seriously. Relax with the nonsense. And let's just have a good time. Hey, this is great. The positivity has been amazing this week. The support has been amazing. I know that you guys have absolutely enjoyed having hats and vests and everything every stream because we're hitting these levels of support, all right? Here's what I will say. We're hitting giant amounts of tips, which is absolutely amazing, right? If you guys wanted to support the streams this week and you see we've already hit a tips goal for a stream, yeah, I would say a good way to support the stream outside of that, give it a like for engagement purposes. Consider perhaps a super chat or a membership or a gifted membership, because these are other ways to support the channel in a long-term method, you see? And that helps a lot. It really does. So if you come on the stream like, oh my God, Phil already hit his tips goal. Look, he's got a vest on and everything. Well, I was going to support the stream today. Well, then consider doing it one of the other ways if that's the case. I'm not asking for anything. I'm saying if you were already going to support, people would appreciate that. Especially with these new releases I'm playing, with the new stuff coming up within a month. People would absolutely love to have a membership and be able to use the emotes and have a nice chat crown and all of that, right? And that's part of the whole community aspect too, is it's not just about the success of me as a streamer, it's about all of us having a good time together. When you give memberships, people enjoy that. They have a good time with that for a whole month. So that's a great way to give to the entire community as a whole, rather than just to the streamer. And I appreciate those who actually do that, okay? All right, so we got through it. We addressed the elephant in the room. Now the thing is, I'm not going to be talking about this every day. And like I just said, if I see people who the only reason they're here is to talk about that shit, they're out of here. I'm not going to put up with that, because again, it's not your business in any way, shape, or form to be talking about that stuff. It's mine. So if I choose to talk about it, yeah, I'm the streamer and I can. If I want to talk about anything, I can, because I'm the streamer. You have no reason to criticize me because I decided to talk about something on my own stream. I'm the one who steers the conversation because I'm the one making the content. You understand? I just love these people who are now sitting here. Why do you talk about this for 20 minutes? Because I'm the streamer. And if I feel like it's pertinent and it's something that we should address, I will. And if you don't like that, tough shit, start your own stream. Then you get to decide what gets talked about on your stream too. It's pretty simple cause and effect. Ignore people starting drama. I know it's hard. You end up being this stuff to way more people. Oh, I didn't even say bring. Here's the thing, Bloomcat, all right? I know, all right, as a content creator and with the amount of idiots out there who just literally will make drama out of anything I say and do, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I never had a segment addressing the support this week, and Jinx in particular doing that support, it would always be an elephant in the room. We'd always have people coming into this chat talking about it constantly, and then if I say stop, they're like, oh, well, I didn't know. How would I know? Right? Now I've addressed it. Now the topic's out there, it's done, and people know the rules, and it's that simple, right? It's like if I didn't bring it up, it would just be bad. And if I bring it up, oh, well, now people will talk about it. Well, guess what? They were talking about it anyway. All right? But here's the truth. It's all about what's on my streams and off my streams. Okay? And here's what I mean by that. We just talked about it. Correct? The topic is done. No, literally the topic is done. But now all the white noise outside my streams, all the echo chamber of drama idiots will now be talking about it. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I don't care what any moron outside of this stream says or does about anything on this stream. At all. I don't give two shits about any of it. I don't. What I care about is what happens here on my stream, in my content, between us. That's it. This is my realm of internet content creation existence. You understand? This is what I can control. I can't stop any other fucking mouth-drooling idiot, any opportunistic jackass from trying to get popularity, from trying to get money, from trying to get riding my coattails and trying to turn something that I said or did into drama. I can't stop that. You understand? What I can do is ignore it, because I don't give two fucks about losers. And anyone who does that, in my mind, is a fucking loser. They have absolutely nothing to add to this planet but drama. They can't actually support any kind of a positive community themselves without bringing down others in the process. So I don't care about those people. They can go fuck themselves. You understand, Bloomkit? So I know what you're saying. Oh, this will cause more drama. It doesn't matter what I do, it causes drama. However, if I ignore it and I don't address it, it's completely meaningless. They can stay in their own streams, their own communities, their Discord servers, their forums, their Reddits, wherever the fuck they are, and they can literally circle jerk themselves into oblivion. I don't give a fuck what they do. They don't affect me and my streams. You understand? You see? I'm just going to be here having fun, having a chill time, interacting with my audience, and we're good. None of this nonsense outside of the stream should ever affect us. And we have a strict policy. Don't bring it up on my streams. I don't care what another moron is doing. The moment someone comes, did you know that this guy is streaming you and saying this? Did you guys, this guy's going to do this with you? I don't give two flaming shits about those people. I am so far past dealing with their bullshit and drama. I don't want to get sucked into it. I have my own shit I'm dealing with in my personal life. In addition to maintaining a full-time business here, I don't have time for their kitty shits. Because they're little shitheads who cannot have any kind of a successful run on the internet without bringing down others. I'm done with it. I'm done with those kind of people. I already told you guys, I don't think anyone out there would ever give me a fair shake. So I don't care. All I care about is this. You and me having a good time on streams, our conversations, our social interactions, our fun, and the gameplay that comes there. That's it. I don't want to hear about anything else outside my stream. Literally doesn't exist to me. It's a black hole of shit. Let them fucking sit there in their turd-infested toilets forever. Let them fester. I don't give a shit about them. I'm not entertaining any of their bullshit. All right? I don't want to hear about it. I'm laying down the law. You come in here and you derail the stream talking about shit from outside the stream. You're gone. It's always been the rules. You can't bring up detractor content. Well, guess what? People have basically been doing it a lot, and I've been kind of lax. Well, that's my fault, and now it's time to lay down the law. I'm not putting up with that shit. I'm just not, okay? So please understand, that's how we're going moving forward. It's a pretty baseline rule. It's pretty simple. I don't want to hear any other shit from these idiots. I can say whatever I want on my streams as long as we just focus on what's going on my streams. I don't care about what every other moron on the planet reacts to it. Fuck them. Who the fuck cares about what they have to say? It's us, man. We're having a good time on the streams. That's all that matters. This right here, this chill experience, this fun, the fact that we can separate ourselves from the drama of real life and come to a stream and have a good social interaction and have a great positive time with games. That's what this has always been about since day one. Not all the bullshit everyone else says about it, but what we're doing together here. So fuck them, and let's focus on us. I don't give a shit what they have to say. I can address Jinx and support on a stream and not have to worry about what the fuck these morons are going to say, because they are so insignificant to anything important to us. You understand? Insignificant. They don't exist. They're like a flea on your ass. You scratch it, get it off. You move on with your life. Thank you for understanding. Okay, let's move on. Beaver Bother, you're permanently banned, and you're not coming back, so don't ask to come back. Within the first 5 minutes of me unbanning you this morning, you literally said, is the vestry continuing? Is Jinx going to be here? Is Jinx going to contribute? Fuck you. You're gone. That's literally my point, what I was making this morning. Not your place. I unbanned you because you said that you would apologize for acting stupid, and within the 5 minutes of you being here, you did it again. You're gone. Goodbye. So long. Toodles. Good riddance. Thank you, Snow Carl, for a $1 tip. We already addressed what you were talking about. He actually had specifically brought up King Tut. Well, his name wasn't King Tut. It was Tutankhamun, right? We already addressed that today. All right, so no worries about that. Snow Carl, thank you for the first tip of the day. Good to see you. He basically said that he's been watching on demand recently. He hasn't had a chance to attend the streams, but he's been watching on demand. So, but he's here today, I guess. It's Hotel Dude with a $2 tip. And basically he's joking about the detractor memes. He says, I like your content and I want to contribute. Oh no, am I under pignosis like people say? Yeah, I guess so. I guess anyone who likes my content, right, obviously must be completely brainwashed. There's no way that anyone could possibly like content on DSP Gaming. What it is I put on those, did you ever see those glasses you put on? And it has those weird, like that weird spinning vertigo symbol on the glasses. So I put those on, I look at you like this, and all of a sudden you're all entranced. And now all of you must immediately contribute to the stream. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm sorry. Those are those dirty, underhanded tactics that I use every day. I'm very sorry about that. Like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Here I come. So this one is actually from Jinx. Now listen to this.
My little baby.
Jinx says the following. I understand you're being skeptical. I remember all these backstabbing bastards. You have to have some kind of a special kind of entitled child mentality to be demand something of the person you're supporting. But listen, I'm an adult. I don't want to control anything. I enjoy your gameplay and streams, and I support when I can. I'm not mad at all. I would be skeptical too. I'm glad you understand, Jinx. I really am. You have to understand this is not something personal whatsoever. You know, this is me being real. I've been down this path before of people kind of just showing up out of nowhere, contributing out of nowhere. It's unexpected. And it looks very positive, and everyone's excited and celebrating and having a good time, and then it comes back and bites me in the ass. And, you know, It's to the point where, you know, what do? Do you err on the side of caution and become super paranoid and not trust anyone?
I mean, can you ever really trust another human being, Greg? No. The answer is you cannot.
Do you become too trusting? And, you know, and I kind of land somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that absolutely not everyone who comes to a stream and contributes has good intentions. At the same time, it's not my job to screen everybody. You know what I mean? But some people, you have to hope, are in it for the right reasons and are in it for the best. And you have shown absolutely no indication whatsoever this week at all of anything negative from what I've seen. You know, even at one point, you came in and you kind of criticized React content. I didn't even know it was you. I thought it was a troll. And we had a conversation behind the scenes, and, you know, we resolved that, right? So I don't see any reason to feel like anything this week from you has been fake. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying, you know, there's no indication, and I'm not going to sit here and freak out about it and say, oh, no, I can't trust that. What are you going to do, right? You move forward positively in light, and I hope for the best. And we're having a public conversation about it, too. Everyone's seeing this unfold in real time. This isn't like some secret thing. Some idiots actually believe Phil, do you see? Jinx really is a secret agent that Phil has employed, and he tells him when to contribute every day, and it's like, it doesn't even make sense what they say, because the pop-ups I do for tips are manual, right? I get things through PayPal, I shout people out, and we add them.
Like, literally, there could be no tips. You understand that? I could be lying about every tip on the stream.
And no one ever tips me. Well, how would that benefit me exactly? Right? All it would do is make me look like I'm making an insane amount of contributions I'm not making. How does that benefit the stream exactly? Like, you know what I mean? These things these people say doesn't make any sense at all. It's just nonsense. It's complete stupidity with these things that people are saying. All right. Anyway, on top of all of that, ladies and gentlemen, there's one other tip to shout out, okay? And that tip, indeed, is a $150 tip from Jinx. Yes, Jinx has done it again. For the 11th straight stream, we have hit our goal because Jinx just did a $150 tip, okay? So there we go. And what I would like to do is read his message, and then we're going to get all the polls going again. All right? The streak continues. So Jinx says the following. I'm super excited for more Zelda. I'm seeing good progress in the future for today. And Vestite baby, hope you're doing well. I can't wait for the end of the DLC tonight and getting back to the main story. And he's talking about Oblivion. Excellent. Well, thank you, Jinx. I'm glad to hear that. All right, so Jinx says, I'm working today. I'll be lurking, but I can't wait to see more Zelda. All right, so hopefully we might or might not see more Jinx in the chat. But thank you so much, Jinx, for your support. I really, really, really appreciate that. Keeping the streak alive is nice. 11 straight streams. And have a good day at work. And you know, it's funny again, because, again, it's about perspective. Guys, I strongly urge you, if you are a positive person, if you like chill, interactive, fun content, if you enjoy my gameplay, you enjoy these streams, all you should do is focus on them. Don't listen to any of the white noise outside of there, because there's constantly people out there who are trying to basically cause problems. And if you ignore the nonsense, it's very fun. Like, I'm here in my own zone here having fun with you guys. I don't pay attention to any of the shit outside. Because it's funny, you're like, gee, Phil's actually doing real well this week. Actually, I am. We've made great strides in every game that I'm playing. Seriously, we've made good progress, right? We're having fun. And at the same time, support's been outstanding. This is a really positive week. But if you listen to all the white noise bullshit, you'd think, oh my god, there's drama here, there's drama here. But it's like, but was Phil involved in any of the drama? No, I actually wasn't. It's just idiots doing shit outside of my content, trying to create drama for their own personal benefit, but I'm not involved in any of it. So why do I don't care about it? That's why people, well, isn't he going to address it? No. Why would I? Why do I care? We're having a good time. These streams are good, right? So, Snow Carl, thanks for the tip. We're not talking about drama. So thanks for the, all I want to say is thanks to the dollar tip. We don't talk about nonsensical drama in this chat. There's very good reason why we don't. And I'm not wasting time on it. Thanks. Since I moved to Washington State in 2014, my life has felt like a whirlwind. I mean it. Like, the problem was when I moved here, all right? I'm going to open up to you guys a little bit, all right? I don't usually do this. But when I first moved here, I had a very well set plan and intention of where my life was going to go. Okay? As you know, I was in a different relationship then, and there were plans of this is what we want to do, this is what's going to happen. And I would argue within about a year of living here, all that fell apart. You know what I mean? Like, all those plans were like, well, if this isn't going to work anymore, you know, even my relationship, it was breaking apart, wasn't working anymore. All right? And so what ended up happening was, you know, I went from a very clear cut, we're going to move, we're going to do this, going to do this, going to do this, to I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Right? And when that happened, when my life just kind of like blew apart the way it did around 2015 and onward, time just passed at a different pace for me. It really did. Like, I almost feel like 2014 when I moved here, up until the time when Kat moved in with me, like 2018-ish. Did those years even happen? I mean it, like, because it feels like almost like it was meaningless personal life stuff. Everything on the streams publicly was obviously great playthroughs, documented fun that we had together. But my life behind the scenes was fucked up. And so it's kind of weird because I felt like I was living like half of a life. I know that sounds really weird, but I was kind of living like half of a life. Because the best parts of my life was what was public on stream, and behind the scenes, everything was bad. All right? It was just falling apart. And by the way, this is not me pointing fingers and saying, oh, it's because my old significant other. No, it was just circumstances. It was so much stress and everything going on, things falling apart the way that they did. Because, you know, do you really think that when I planned to move out here that I thought within a year I was going to lose half of the money I was making because my channel would be destroyed by trolls because of false copyright claims? Do you really think that I thought that I was going to flip from being one of the more well-liked internet content creators to one of the most hated, right? Like, everything changed when I moved out here. And so because of that, yeah, like, everything kind of blew apart in my life. So I remember the Persona 4 playthrough clearly. I remember playing it. I remember loving it. I remember the murder mystery behind it. I remember all the times, you know, the music and all of that. But then I'm like, do I remember anything about the time frame when it happened? Do I remember? You know, I can't really remember personal shit happening in my life at that time because everything was so fucked up and stressful and not working out, you know? There was a good probably 2 years there from, I would say, around mid-2015 to essentially so about a year and a half. Mid-2015 to early 2017, when the whole relationship I had was basically broken apart and not working, and my whole life was a shambles. And I can't even, like, in my head, I can't even piece together, like, a timeline. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely tell you since Kat moved in, and now we had a life together, and things have been so much better, and we got married and everything. It's been so much better. That's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't want to go back to having that life of that time period, or even the time period before where I was single. That was chaotic, and it was very stressful, and it was very, very risky. I was doing crazy shit, like staying up all day playing games and staying up all night drinking like an asshole, eating fast food nonstop for 2.5 years, and literally not ever eating anything but fast food. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? Right? I was doing crazy, dumb shit that I never should have done with my life during that time frame, just for the sake of pump out videos, pump out videos, pump out videos. So when I look at the big picture of everything, right, and I look at early YouTube, I was a drunken, depressed mess. Then I became popular on YouTube, and I was a risky, stupid, irresponsible idiot. Then I moved out here, and those first 2 years were messy and stupid and bad and broken relationship and everything bad. And it wasn't until I met Kat that my life kind of solidified and stabilized and became meaningful and became a life that I want to be in for the rest of my life. You understand? Like, until I had what I have now, I never really understood that. And now that I have it, I'm like, this is where I want to be. I don't know if that makes any sense. Probably for those of you who are in a really good time in your life right now, maybe you get that. Because until, you know, a few years ago, I didn't get it either. I thought maybe my whole life would be just chaotic and tumultuous and not fun and not safe. But I feel good now. You know what I mean? Like, mentally, I feel like I'm a good spot. I just need to blot out all the bullshit. All the bullshit that does bring me down outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So, some people get it, some people don't. I see. Some people know what I mean, and some people don't get it. But maybe what I would say is, to those of you out there who don't get it, I hope that one day you do. right? I hope that one day you can be in that good mindset, because I wasn't. For most of my life, I wasn't. And it wasn't until, like I said, probably around 2018-ish, when finally I got settled into a good mindset in life, and now I feel so much better. And that's why it's funny, because now I feel like I'm a different person. I'm a more positive person. I'm a better person. I'm making better content. I'm not doing things that are harmful to those around me. Instead, we're just here to have a good time and share those times together, right? And then you get all these people who want to bring me down, who just want to, oh, what about this drama? What about this drama? What the hell does that have to do with me or my streams? Nothing. If you're just in here with me on my stream and we're having a good time, so what does that have to do? Like, what are you even talking about? The shit that you harp on, the shit you focus on, the shit you're literally fabricating on a daily basis, I don't care about. I don't. So I don't want to talk about it, you know? That's why I don't allow to talk about it anymore, you know? It's like, I'm in a good place. Just stay where I am. Have this business continue to be successful with big new games coming out like Street Fighter and stuff. Things are going to get better. And just focus on that. And just completely get all that white noise shit out of there. I don't care about what people say and do about me. You understand? I don't want to hear about it. I'm done with that shit. I'm so past it. I'm too old for that shit. Like, I know that's a meme from Lethal Weapon. I am too old for it. I don't care about these idiots anymore. You got to ask yourself a question. If someone's in their 40s and the only shit they're doing on the internet is putting out drama, what is going on there? Right? You tell me that's all you can do with your life is put out drama? You're in your 40s. You're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be like, you know, serious business shit, but every day you act like you're a little kid. What's up with that? So Pizza Turtle tipped $1 and says, I think meaningful could be a nebulous descriptor because any content on meaningful can be meaningful to someone on YouTube. True. I guess what I should say is productive, non-destructive. That's what I should say. I mean, to me, that's meaningful. Meaningful content is content that is somehow productive and not destructive. You understand? But every day people just pump out destructive, non-productive content that brings down others, but they benefit from it. That's not me. You understand? So that's the difference. To me, meaningful content, if you're being productive, if you're not being destructive, and everyone's having a good time, that's good content. If you have to hurt someone or deride someone or get over someone to benefit, that's destructive content. And that's the kind of shit I'm not putting out. That's what I mean by meaningful content, to clarify. Someone is trying to pry into my personal life. Basically, they tipped $1. Do you think detractors had something to do with your previous relationship ending? I mean, do I think detractors in general have to do with a lot of negative things in my life? Yes. Yes. Was there one direct thing? No. There wasn't like one detractor that caused a relationship to break. But it's just accumulation of factors getting worse and worse and worse, right? You know? That's the case. It's just things, when things are escalating, getting worse and worse and worse and worse, obviously things are going to break. Things are going to be tested and things are going to break. And that's what happened is you go into something with one mentality. This is our plan. This is what we want to do. Within a year, you can't do any of that anymore. It's all gone. The whole plan's shattered. So now what do we do, right? And, you know, you can only be there for a certain amount of time, and some people can survive that test. And you know, I did not. It is what it is. Now I'm in a much better relationship, right? So it's time for some bubbles. Thank you for the engagement today, everyone. I almost hit the camera. Saw that? The bubbles blended in with the snow on my screen. They did. Okay. All right, now, coming off of a crazy week, not only did we have a lot of fun and a lot of progress in all the games that we played this week, but in addition to that, we've had a crazy supportive week. We had 11 straight streams where we have hit our funding goals. That is insane. I have not worn 11 straight hats and vests, I think, since 2020 when we had the vest streak originally going. All right? So, obviously, that is insane. I don't know if we'll keep that up tonight. If we do, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. But I will say this either way. Please do not make this entire stream about support. All right? Please don't. Because I've noticed already, since now, you know, there have been a lot of people who have kind of been, like, focusing heavily on it. And, or, you know, just this morning, I said, don't do it. And then someone comes in, oh, what about the vestry? Who's contributing? Are we going to have a big... It's like, what are you talking about? Like, this is not what the stream's about. I really don't want to hear that crap. You know? I don't. This is about us chilling and having a good time. Just because we have one or more individuals, but usually it's one individual named Jinx, who's coming in here and supporting the streams in a big way, doesn't mean that that's what we talk about all night and that's what we focus on, okay? And, by the way, if we do happen to hit our goal for tonight, all right, if you were thinking of contributing, I would say, yeah, it's great for tips or whatever, but if we already hit that tips goal, if you wanted to do something different, like a super chat or a gifted membership to the channel, which would actually help this channel long term. In particular, memberships are good because when you gift a membership to someone else gets a benefit for a month. It basically helps out the entire community. It's not just about helping me, but helping others here as well. And people are very appreciative of that. They are. They're very excited. And a lot of people have signed up for those gifted memberships if they're eligible, because some people are not due to the kind of channel that they have. But that would definitely be a great way to support the channel tonight if you were looking to help out, but you're like, oh man, well, Phil keeps hitting his goals. Now what do I do? That's a different way to do it. Okay, so please consider that. Thanks in advance. But we're not going to harp on it. We're not going to talk about it all night. All right. Oh, by the way, easiest way to support the stream is by liking it. Duh, right? If we get 100 likes on the stream, I will do a celebratory bubble blow. And I certainly hope that you guys will like the stream if you're having a good time. I would also like to call your attention to the pinned message that I have pinned. No drama. I had a big segment about this on my podcast this morning. Okay, I will summarize that for you in a nutshell tonight. Here's what concerns me and what should concern you. Literally what you're seeing right now. Everything within these four walls that I'm in, you see? And the stream and the content, this is it. I don't care about anyone out there who's saying crap about me, who's saying crap about my content, who is doing drama, who's challenging me, who's threatening me, who's doing this, doing that. I don't care about any of these people. I have nothing to do with them. I have sworn them off. I told you guys I'm done with all that shit. I tried being nice to people. It didn't work. The internet instead chose to try to involve me in a bunch of bullshit, which I'm not going to be involved in. I put my foot down. I said, that's it. We're done with that. And I'm not allowing it on my streams anymore. So if I hear, oh, so-and-so said this about you, so-and-so is restreaming you, so-and-so is laying down the line and challenging you, then guess what? So-and-so, and I'll insert your name where so-and-so is banned from the chat and not coming back because I don't want to hear your bullshit, all right? We are going to make these streams focused on us, all right? And having a good time together and relaxing and enjoying games and enjoying each other's company and having good social interactions, period. I don't care about anyone else outside this stream. I literally don't. Besides my wife and my cat. Those I do care about. Outside of that, I don't want to hear about any other shit at all. You bring in other shit from outside the internet, you're done. You're out of here permanently. Never going to be seen again, and I don't care. Because I've had enough. Like I said, I tried to be nice. I tried to play ball. People don't want to be nice. They want to be scumbags and take advantage and do everything they can to get over. Well, fuck them. That's not me. You know, I said it this morning. I'm about positive, productive, not destructive content. That's the kind I make. Focusing on games and fun discussion with you guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to crap on other people. I'm not here to bring down other people, to challenge other people, and to do all kinds of fucking dramatic nonsense. That's not what actual gaming is about to begin with. It's about having fun with games and having a good community, to talking about them and supporting each other. That's what it's all about, and that's what I want in my content. So, all that stuff, leave it at the door. You bring it in, you're out. Right? You and your muddy, it's like you're tracking in the mud. You're tracking big muddy boots. You're leaving footprints all over my house. Get the fuck out. All right? I'm just laying down the law. We're not going to have that shit. No one's going to be derailing. Okay? Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Once again, if you were wondering, yes, after this crazy week, Jinx has done one final $150 tip. Let's go ahead and say thank you so much for an amazing supportive week, Jinx. I mean, that was absolutely outstanding. Obviously, it was crazy. I'm certainly not expecting this to go on forever, and I think Jinx has something to say about that in this message if I'm glancing it and reading it correctly. So Jinx with what appears to be a final $150 tip, which means we're going to have a poll for a hat. We're going to have a poll for a vest. We're going to go for it, all right? So, well, first of all, let's get the glasses on. Let's do a poll for a hat, and then let's see what Jinx has to say. So Jinx says, get the vest on, DSP, laughing my ass off. Can't wait for this gameplay. This will probably be my last big donation for a while, and I hope that you guys understand. I do love this community and all the positivity recently. Good to see everyone, so let's have a great night. So there you go. Jinx, if indeed this is your final contribution ever to my streams, and I mean this too, thank you. This was so much appreciated. This was a very positive, special week. We have not had a running streak of these perks, you know, the hat and the vest perks, in years and years. So, now, by the way, some people are even saying it's the Jinx streak. Well, it is, but it isn't. One stream, Jinx didn't actually have to contribute to hit the goal. There was one stream he showed up, he was like, whoa, we're already at 150. But outside of that, it is true. He did tip every other stream, and a lot of these streams he was doing the one big tip, you know, himself. So thank you very much, Jinx. I really, really appreciate that. You know, it sounds like we're going to be going back to normal around here on Thursday, which is perfectly fine. And thank you so much for a really positive, great week. Okay? Thank you, and thank you again. Now, outside of that, as I already said, if you guys were looking to contribute tonight, I mean, yes, tips would definitely be appreciated. But outside of that, if you wanted to contribute in another way, since we've hit our tips goal, then super chats, super stickers, or a membership or a gifted membership to a fellow viewer would be a great way to do that, okay? Or liking the stream. Remember, we're going for 100 likes. We're at 26 now, hoping to hit 100 by the end of the night. Whoa, what just happened? Did I miss something? I just sat down and there's a... I didn't know. There's 20 gifted memberships. Holy shit. 20 gifted memberships from Jinx. So that's going to get us up to 642, which obviously exceeded what I was hoping to do today. You know, as arbitrary, we'll just tack on 645. If anyone does become a member tonight, it'll go towards that. But man, so that is amazing. Memberships, tips, Jinx again, man. Seriously, this week, Jinx, you've been amazing. And this is the funny part, too, is because people were like, oh, see, he's a troll, he's going to charge back. You do realize you can't charge back YouTube contributions, right? Like super chats, memberships, those go through and there's nothing you can do about it. So this guy is legit. If he was a faker, he would have been like the guy who was sending fake tips and then charging them back because they were fraud. This guy is doing all kinds of stuff, you know, from every angle. It's definitely a legit supporter. I'm so happy, you know, Jinx, thank you so much. What a great week, really. And, you know, when we come back on Thursday, you know, things will be back to normal. It'll be fine. And thank you so much for a great week. All right. Charles has done a $2 super chat. He says, I'm donating what I can from the Baxter Relief Fund. Well, thank you, Charles, for the super chat tonight. I appreciate that. In addition, Only Iced Coffee just re-upped his membership for 24 months, which earned him the 2-year anniversary. So Jinx did another $5 tip. Says, don't worry, this will not be my last contribution to the stream ever. I do have a lot of giving back to do for the years I've watched. This is truly the beginning, so let good times roll. Thank you, Jinx. Jinx, a special week. Jinx has been incredibly supportive of the streams this week in any way. He's been gifting memberships. He's been tipping. It's been crazy positive around here because of Jinx. So everyone, you know, thank you to Jinx for a great week. Sounds like it's tapering off for now, but Jinx shall return. Ladies and gentlemen, Only Iced Coffee has just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Congratulations to No Benny, Drew, Dean, Ted, Eric, Chun, and Ricky. Congratulations to the 5 of you. A lot of people getting gifted memberships tonight. Wow, it's pretty crazy, right? That is awesome. So now with that, we're actually at 647 members. Ladies and gentlemen, another member bomb has dropped. This member bomb is from someone named The Stranger, who also has been a member for multiple months. The Stranger has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you to The Stranger for the gifted memberships. Guys, be sure to go thank The Stranger now for those. It seems like everyone is working together here to support DSP Gaming tonight. Thank you guys so very much. Over 650 members again. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Only Iced Coffee gifted another membership. Well, thank you so much, Only Iced Coffee. Then Only Iced Coffee gifted 5 more memberships. They went to Alice Eyes, Marxist Carl, Wee Woo Wagon, Michael Edwards, and Turtle. That's another 10 memberships for the channel. Hypnotic Jinx just gifted 10 more memberships. 10 more. Only Iced Coffee just gifted 10 more memberships to the channel. So we have to add 20 and another 10 are coming. So we're at 675 and another 10 are coming right now. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Never before have I witnessed such generosity. Wait, what? Hypnotic Jinx gifted 20 more memberships? There's more. I can't even count up with them. I can't keep up with them. Is that it? We are currently at 705 members. I just received a $5 tip. Again from Jinx. It's so funny. People are still going to think I'm Only Iced Coffee and that we're the same person, even though we were both gifting memberships at the same time from different accounts. Yeah, I know. People, you know, I don't know what to say. People will always have conspiracy theories about things no matter what.
I mean, how could you be logged into 2 separate YouTube accounts gifting membership at the same time? I don't know.
Plus, they'll say The Stranger was too, even though The Stranger was completely, you know, I mean, same time, but it was unrelated. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, thank you, Jinx. All right, I'm the man Yo did a super chat saying, to be clear, we don't think, I like how he's speaking for other people. We don't think Jinx is OIC. He's a different a person. I won't say more for drama reasons, but I love OIC. Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Who is we? Is this the royal we? Are you the ruler of a kingdom? I'm the man, Yo. Maybe you are. Where do you rule? Hoboken, New Jersey. Do you rule all the corner stores in Delaware? 672 has re-upped his membership and says, shout out to OIC, Jinx, 1 Minute Man, and Elon Musk. There you go. You gotta watch out, guys. Just so you know, spies are everywhere. I've been getting messages this week from people who I've never even heard of. And they're saying things like people are basically sneak dissers. And I should be paying attention to everyone and what they say outside the streams. 672 was one. King Gokin was one. They're sending me these chat logs. They're like, look what they said in someone else's chat. Can you believe they would say this about you? I'm like, oh, I totally believe it. Like, seeing a chat log, you know, copy-pasted in an email is totally undeniable evidence of something. Especially considering the fact that there's thousands of fake chat logs out there about me saying that I said and did shit with people who I've never even fucking heard of before. You know, it's just undeniable evidence of something, right? No, I'm never going to care that someone's sending me chat logs about something. It's so stupid. But these people just, again, they want to stir up drama. So they think, oh, if I do that, you know, this will get Phil paranoid and shit. That people who like him actually hate him and shit, right? Yeah, 672. They say that about you all the time, though. They always say 672 is a sneak disser who really doesn't like me and goes to other chats and just shit talks me constantly everywhere else. But then when he's in here, he's nice. But he's always he's an asshole to me everywhere else on the internet, apparently.
You are not one of them.
I'm the man Yo did another super chat. Says my message came across wrong. I love the stream regardless. I don't know how to say what I want to. Oh, well, I appreciate your super chat. Jinx, I wouldn't worry too much. He said there's someone in the chat named the man saying he doesn't like him. I don't even know who that is. I wouldn't worry too much about people who say they don't like you. In life, there's going to be a lot of people who don't like you. You just ignore them and you move on with positivity, right? You can't win everyone over. Me, I've won over about 0% of the people on YouTube, but I'm still happy. So, Vestreak 2.0 hype says Chill Murray 7 with a $1.04 tip. Well, technically you can say this kind of has been the Vestreak 2.0, but as Jinx said, this will be the last day that they'll be doing a giant contribution like that. So, if it is to continue, we will have to see what ends up happening, you know, when I come back on Thursday. You know, will there be more people who will also support in a similar manner to keep the streak going, or I just want to find out. And if not, it's not a big deal. Being on, oh, strawberry, that looks delicious. Taking it. If not, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. I'm the man Yo did a super chat says it's me. I'm the man. I was triggered about some stuff he said before, but now I'm done. All right. Well, the man is done. He was triggered, but he's been untriggered, or maybe he had an itchy trigger finger and he released his finger from the trigger. You know, I will just say something very quickly. I am not jealous of any other content creator. If anyone else is having a good night, that's good for them, but it has nothing to do with me, nor do I care or need to know about it. People come on my stream sometimes, they're like, you know, this guy's having a good night. Why would I care? Good for them. Happy for them. Let them have a good night. Why does that affect me in any way? It doesn't. They think that, like, I'm going to be, like, pissed or jealous. I'm having a good night, too. I'm having a great night. We're getting good progress in this DLC. We just got a ridiculous amount of members. We hit the tips goal 12 straight streams in a row. We've had a great positive week here. Why on earth would I be upset if someone else was also having a good night on their stream? Who cares? Right? Has nothing to do with me. Congratulations. But that's the thing. These idiots try to cross drama where it doesn't exist because they're losers. Oh well, be a loser, but just not on my stream and enjoy your ban, right? By the way, thank you all for an incredibly supportive stream. Thank you for a supportive week. We hit all the tips goals, tons of gifted members tonight, super chats out the butt, engagement, everything was good tonight, and we rate again. I want to say special shout out to anyone who supported the streams this week. Jinx was a huge part of that, tipping so much every day, but also you had Only Iced Coffee, you had The Stranger, you had NDO, right? You had that anonymous tipper who came in to thank me for my Deadly Premonition streams how many years ago. We had so many people so supportive this week. It was a super great week. I had a ton of fun with all of you. I hope you feel the same way. Please have a safe and fun day off tomorrow. Now, Well, I will address this tonight on the late stream. Jinx, who was the major supporter all week, literally tipping and doing all this stuff. Tonight was an insane stream, by the way, of Oblivion. Not just Jinx, but Jinx as well as Only Iced Coffee, as well as another person. They all started gifting memberships together, and it was like 20 memberships. 10, 10, 5, 10, 20. And they did so many. Freaking my stream program crashed, and nothing was working. The queue wasn't updating. I couldn't get animations to work. I had to split the part, shut down OBS, log out of my streaming stuff, log back in, come back, and then it all started working again. So much support actually came in tonight. Everything crapped out. So you may notice when I come back from break, we have way more members than we had because of the insane amount of support that I got on tonight's late stream. Now, Jinx said, FYI, they cannot contribute like this every week. Don't expect this next week, all right? Next week, you know, they may be here, they may support, but it's not going to be crazy hitting every goal next week. So we had 12 straight streams where we hit all of the tips goals. Thank you to anyone who contributed, engaged, or supported this week in any way. This was a huge, week for the channel. The channel jumped in a big way this week with support. A lot of people now have gifted memberships, which I'm sure they're going to enjoy for the next couple of weeks with the big Street Fighter event coming up Sunday, with Street Fighter 6 coming out. They're really going to enjoy being members, I'm sure. So thanks to anyone who contributed to that. And obviously, Jinx, thank you so much. Understood, you cannot do this every day. It's been a whole crazy week. We had the hat and the vest for 12 straight streams. That is nuts. Now, I assume we're going to go back to normalcy this coming Thursday, where sometimes we'll hit goals, sometimes we won't. But in general, listen, I'm happy with the levels of support that I get. This was the really crazy week, exception to the rule kind of deal, all right? Will we see the support streak continue on Thursday now that Jinx will not be contributing like that? I don't know. We actually did have a stream where Jinx didn't contribute at all, and we still hit it. So I guess we'll see what happens this coming Thursday. But thank you all. Please have a good evening. Please be safe on the day off tomorrow on Wednesday. I'll, do my best to have a good day and come back and tell you all about it on the podcast this coming Thursday. All right? One final thing. Thank you so much for not allowing drama to derail our content this week. Let me tell you, every freaking direction tried. Literally, every direction tried to derail my content. And, I'm not putting up with it. I'm just, I'm ignoring it all. I'm doing my absolute best. Got some compliments because people were like, wow, it's pretty hard to do that. Like, yeah, these idiots are coming from every direction outside of my streams trying to make fun and derail, and I'm not paying any attention to them. We sit here, we have good fun together, and that's what it's all about. And we had a really great streaming week because of it. So thank you for keeping that up. Let's keep that momentum going when I come back and ignore all outside nonsense. All that I care about is what happens in these four walls of this stream and the stuff that we do together, those interactions. That's it. I don't care about any more morons on the internet, okay? Thank you all. Please have a good evening, and I will see you. Show me the money.
Breathe. Ah! Breathe.